Welcome back to my weekly series in The Power of the Dark Crystal, the Unmade sequel to the original Jim Henson film, not the Netflix prequel series. Now, if you're new here, this is part 6. So head on back, go away, go on, go listen to number 1 and enjoy all the way through till this, part 6. But for those that are returning and you are enjoying it, thank you so much for sticking with this series. We're halfway through now. I know no one really watches this that much, but I am still enjoying it. So let's push on ahead and dive right in. We open in what was the swamp, now a fiery inferno. Therma kneeling, clutching the tumble loft, crying. The gravity of the situation has hit her. She is kneeling on what seems to be the bank of a river. And what is that noise that comes up behind her? It is the whimper of the Chamberlain. Poor girl on fire. Flames are weak, cannot cross water, and has nothing more to burn. I see one more thing, Therma says. Shard is mine, the Chamberlain exclaims, slapping Therma away. Oof! She falls down. Mine, Chamberlain says. Shard is mine, as he picks up a rock and begins to charge at Therma. Now, interestingly, the beast that the mystics had summoned, the beast that Kensho now rides, is flying overhead just in time. Kensho points, the beast acknowledges, and they descend down to save Therma. The rock is knocked from Chamberlain's hand, and he is plunged into the icy depths. Therma! Kensho! The two friends exclaim at one another. As Therma holds onto the tumble loft, it unleashes its many tangly legs and wraps around Kensho's arm, acting as a would-be rope. Whoosh! She's swept off into the sky. I don't think it can hold both of us, she says, as the beast begins to fall, tumbling down into Thra. Therma, hold on. We're going down, he says. Down, but closer to their goal, Aughra says. You sound angry, Aughra. Aren't you glad the mystic's creature saved the children? Oh, yes, happy. Ecstatic. One step closer to doom, that's what. Why? That's what I want to know, huh? Why act now, stupid four-armed sloth slugs? Why help those two burn the world to a cinder speck, And as Aughra says this, she's watching over the mystics as they repeat, Not our place to understand the will of the crystal sage. Only to know it, only to feel it, only to hear it. As surely as the will of the crystal was once with Jen, now it is with them. Therma, are you Kensho? Therma says, ecstatic to see Kensho. Oh, Kensho, I'm so glad to see you. I could thank the crystal you're okay. And, an awkwardness comes over them as they forget themselves. Oh, sorry. No, it's fine. I forgot for a moment too. Obviously, the fact that Therma could burn Kensho alive if they were to embrace. When we reach the pool of tears, everything will be easier, right? Kensho. A voice from the distance calls out the young gelfling's name. And who is it? But Kensho's mother. She comes running in, grabbing and embracing her son. Kensho? Therma says. Therma, I told you I grew up in these woods. This is Kolba, my mother. This would have been the first time Kensho had seen his family or his gelfling brethren for some time, as he was ordered to work at the Castle of the Crystal as payment for the recovery and healing of their blight. I'm home, Kensho says, and we look over at this place, this almost hobbit-like town. Kensho! Kensho's back! It's Kensho! Kolba, stay back! That creature's on fire! Obviously exclaiming about Therma. Welcome, son. Welcome, both of you, Kolba says. And this is the hospitality of Thra that we had come to know. We had seen it in the podlings, and we had expected it moving forwards in the gelfling. And yet, it had escaped them as they grew in power. Aughra? What's happening? Where are they going? Kira asks Aughra as the mystics begin to leave. Who can say? Watched them for centuries. Old windbags. Still don't understand them. But Aughra knows this much. They do nothing without reason. The mystics are on the move, much like they were before, as they had made a large pilgrimage to the Castle of the Crystal. But not like before, now they leave, entering the world of Thra once more. Same as their brothers. We see you, Gelfling. I like its robes. I want its flesh, its essence. I'm not afraid of you. The Skeksis are trying to get under the Gelfling guard's skin. Know what we are, Gelfling. We are the Lords of the Crystal. Once, perhaps. Now, you are prisoners. I am the Crystalline Eminence. I am Master of the Crystal in this castle. Crystal Eminence, ha! Think you know its power, do you? You've never seen the light of the dark crystal, Gelfling. You want real strength. Look on it when the suns are high. Then we see how well Gelfling understand. The Skeksis are doing what Skeksis do best. Worming their way in, charming, twisting, maliciously infecting. The true power of the world. And we're back at Kensho's family. Do you want some Bluka root, Kensho? Oh, no thank you. We're sorry there is so little food, Therma. The blight has ruined most of our crops. And what was left the forest fire took. It's wonderful, thank you, Therma says. Kensho, is it safe sitting so close to that thing? And how come you're here anyway? Did the Crystalline Eminence release you from service? I'm helping Therma get home. It's important. So you weren't released? Of course he was. Kensho wouldn't just leave. He took an oath. Right, Kensho? Where is Therma's home, son? She's from a land deep inside Thra, made of fire. It's much too hot for Gelfling, but there's a magic pool that can... Say, is something burning? Water! Get water! Therma is unfortunately burning down a tree. It's fine, there's no need, we can beat it out, see? What started it? What happened? I happened. I burn everything I touch here. I burned your forest, now I've burned your home. I'm so sorry. The forest? That was you? I was caught by the blight. I was just trying to escape, but you're already going hungry. Now I've made your lives even worse. I'll go. I don't belong here. When the mind is unclear, listen to the heart. Never forget that both are parts of the whole. What? Something that great Chal used to say. He was a famous Gelfling explorer. He founded this village long ago. Kensho's mother has intervened to comfort Therma. When your mind was unclear, you let your heart guide you, she repeats. You escaped the blight. You helped us in the process. But the forest, how will your village survive? The blight can't withstand fire, Therma. It was fire that saved Kensho's life. And yes, it will be a hard winter, but when the forest grows back, the blight will now be gone. Your heart was right. So soon, you'll be back, safe at home, but any friend of Kensho's will always be welcome here. So, let's make a proper fire, and let's get you warmed up. And as the evening draws in, we can see Therma sat next to a fire, and the beast that the mystics had summoned, snoozing and sleeping next to it. And the Tumbleoff jumps away. Tumby, get back here, Therma says. You've got the shard, silly. I can't lose you, tasty bugs or otherwise. Your friend seems very kind, Kensho. She's the kindest person I've met since I left home, Mother. She clearly cares for you a great deal. Therma is eavesdropping accidentally on Kensho and his mother. I hope so, Mother, because I care for her too. A lot. But, Kensho, what is it? I lied to her. I lied to her about something really, really important. Therma hears this as she is cradling the tumble loth. The tumble loth that should have held the shard of the crystal. What do you mean? Mother, I haven't told you everything. The crystalline eminence didn't let me leave. Therma and I are trying to save her home. But to do it, she had to steal something really, really important, and I helped. When we took it, some bad things happened, so I thought maybe if I brought it back and just gave it to the elders, maybe they could find a way to fix both of our worlds. So I stole it back from her. As Therma hears this, she looks at the tumble loth. She doesn't even know I did it. And she realizes that the shard of the crystal is no longer there, and Kensho has betrayed her. She runs off in tears. And I don't know what I feel worse about, that I'm helping her or that I lied to Kensho. Mother, I have to show you. Take my hands, dream fast with me, see what I've done. You have a goodness in you, Kensho, that few possess. Many here owe their lives to it. I don't need to see. When the mind is unclear, listen to the heart. Trust yourself, Kensho. Back next to the fire, Therma is in tears. I don't know why I'm so angry with him. I'm no better. I told him a story about the pool of tears so he'd help me get home, but it's just a stupid tale we tell children. It's supposed to teach young firelings about patience. There is no pool of tears. I know it was wrong, but I can't get home on my own. If he left me, all my people could die. I have to get that shard back from him. Maybe if I... And as she says this, the beast that the mystic summoned, seemingly listening, hearing, or called by something, gets up and flies away. Hey, where are you? Fine, leave then. You couldn't carry us both anyway. I don't need you. I don't need anyone, Therma says, cradling her knees by the fire. Therma, I think we need to get moving, Kensho says. It's daylight already. We've wasted so much time. Yeah, but you needed the rest. And actually, it made me realise there's something that I need to say. Oh? Yes, it's, what is it? You can tell me. It's wonderful to have you back, Kensho says, clearly avoiding the harder things that he needs to say. It's good to see you too, Kensho. It's important to be with people that you trust, Therma says, walking off. Useless old monsters, hurrying upstairs to the castle tower to do who knows what, and leaving you unguarded, the crystalline eminence states. Then we will see how well the Gelfling understand the true power of the world. Huh. Weak. The rest are too weak to even try and face the light. What? Stand up straight, you feeble fool. I'm trying. I haven't had a break in hours. And as we see this, the crystalline eminence has been propped up this whole time by someone underneath him. This appears to be the very definition of small man syndrome. Weakness everywhere. Look, get back here. You can't make me. I quit. You've gone mad. The small podling runs off. Mad. That's ridiculous. I'm not. And as the crystalline eminence says this, the light of the day beams down into the dark crystal and shines onto his face. To be continued.